Zombies that come out of a TV. Who thinks of this shit? Sign me up, I'm watching this shit. Let's see some blood. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob, and we are doing The Video Dead. The Video Dead came out in 1987, and it was directed by Robert Scott and written by Robert Scott, and he did fuck all. He only did 2 movies, and the other one is irrelevant. And he's done a pretty good storyline and plot where this family get delivered this TV set. Well, we don't know where this TV set comes from. They still don't explain it in the movie, but this TV set gets delivered, and it is a portal for zombies to come out and enter the real world. So let me tell you what I thought of this movie. And straight off the bat, it's an 80s B grade. It's an 80s B grade all round, but it's not too bad at the start, and they do a good setup. Just the first 10 minutes alone is pretty decent, and it sets up a story, and it sets up a pretty good story all in that 10 minutes, which is worth watching. Basically, the full movie's story is set up, and that's what we want to see in the first 10 minutes of a horror movie. So after the wrong house delivery with the TV set to this bloke who does end up getting killed, in the first 10 minutes it sets up the story for the new family 3 months later that move in and find the TV. The first zombie we see that comes out of the TV actually looks pretty fucking cool. Let's be honest, most of the zombies that come out of the TV and that are in this movie look like they've come from the set of the Michael Jackson video clip Thriller. The zombies do look cool, and they do look cool in Thriller, don't get me wrong, but they all actually look like they're from Thriller. They actually do look like they're from Thriller. I'm wondering if they've used those fucking zombies. The script was pretty basic, but it was actually solid. It was actually a pretty good idea. I'm not gonna fucking bag them on that. I thought it was a pretty good idea. But the dialogue in this movie was pretty lame. Pretty lame. Could have been a lot better.
Well, I really appreciate you telling me this, but I forgot to brush my teeth, so I gotta go.
But hey, it was his first movie, so let's give him fair due there. The acting is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, the acting, let's be honest, when you watch this. But remember, it's 80s. A lot of these horror movies were getting produced and thrown out there, so take it as you will.
I thought you said this was your house.
It is, but I have never been here before.
Let's just be honest, you're watching it, you just accept it because you know it's 80s. So you accept it and you just keep watching. But as the movie goes on, they try and add humor and puns, which just weren't funny. They're just not needed. I didn't need zombie humor in this movie, especially after the first 10-15 minutes where it's solid. It's a very solid beginning, and it starts off great, and you think it's going to be a really good horror, and then it just goes downhill. The kills in this movie are nothing to brag about at all, and the blood looks so fake. It's still cool, like, I'm not going to keep saying it's 80s, yeah, you get over that, but they just were pretty lame, and the blood, man, come on. They do have a few little bits in this movie that do look pretty cool, like the zombie split in half, and the guts, and then the rats. It looked great, but it was very underwhelming. Like, it was just not scare factor there because they've already put these little comedy puns in before it, which kind of ruined any horror aspect for me. And once we get to the 1 hour mark, it's very, very, very slow and underwhelming. It's just going nowhere. But then we do progress the story a little bit more from the crap that they had going on in the first hour. And we get this Texan who's looking for the TV and he wants to destroy it. So we progress the storyline there, which is pretty cool. But and it gives us something a little bit more to get excited for, I suppose, while we're watching. And the Texan is setting up traps and that, and it's a bit it's pretty fucking bad. It really is bad. I wanted this to be good, but it was just bad. And I feel that the movie took a huge turn for the worse. They didn't develop the story anymore. They didn't explain the story anymore. They just give us a plot, basically, and don't explain shit. Fair enough if they had a sequel to explain why all this was happening and why they're coming out of the TV, but they don't explain anything. Really, it's just all over the place, really, when you think about it. I honestly think the director said, let's dress up as zombies, let's just fucking film it, and let's wing it, and let's just fucking make a zombie movie, and they're gonna come out of the TV. You had a really good idea that you could have really got a good movie out of. Like I said, the first 15 minutes had me going. First 15 minutes had me fucking frothing at the bit, man. So like I said, they had a great concept, but they didn't follow through, so the best thing that they got going for it is the cover of the fucking VHS. I don't like to give spoilers, because I do want people to go back and watch these movies that have not seen them. Try not to give too much spoilers away, but I'm going to give spoilers of the ending, because it was so fucking bad. The ending was so fucking horrible. The sister invites the zombies in for dinner because the way to kill them is to face her fears. It was so stupid. They fucking added in this comedy shit where the fucking zombies are sitting around the dinner table. It was dumb. And to really kill them off, she leads them into the basement. They want to dance because they fucking see records. They want the records to be played and they want to dance, and she traps them in the basement and they all fucking die. Whoop-de-doo! The verdict on this one is it started off really good and then just progressed to shit. Had so much potential, but it was a huge fail. This one's only getting a 2 out of 10 for me, and I really wanted to like it. I really wanted to like it because I love 80s horror. But this is the first time I've ever seen this one, and it just didn't do it for me. Don't kill me if you like this movie. Let me know in the comments if this is one of your favorites or whatever and what you gave it, but I only gave it a 2. It really just didn't do it for me. The comedy stuff was very silly. The Blood Popcorn best kill of this movie, though, was the chainsaw to the guts. And who doesn't love a good chainsaw to the guts? Alright guys, that is the video dead. The best thing about this movie is the fucking cover of the fucking VHS. Like, subscribe, the channel is growing and it can only grow from you guys out there watching this. Give it a thumbs up because that helps the algorithm. I really appreciate that. And I'll be back with some more Blood Popcorn reviews, and until next time, see you!